start by putting a sheet on the shear, and we're going to slide it in. We got this piece set for 6 inches. And make sure everything lined up. We're going to take it back. If you notice, I'm grabbing in the end, use my palms and my fingers. And this is going to be the first part of our start collar, and we're going to walk over to the bench and lay this out. So this very first thing we need to do from our measurements, we need to have this cut at 20 1/8 inches. So I'm going to take my rule. I love my stick rulers. And we're going to lay it out at 20 1/8. Put this on the edge. One reason I like this stick ruler, it has a metal cap on the end of it, so it's not damaged. As long as you line it up correctly, it should be good to go. So I'm going to scribe this at 20 1/8. Two ways you can do it, scribe. You can make a little line, or you can just make a little dentation, which I like better because you can't miss that little dot. You don't need a lot of tension on it. You just need to make it large enough, and it will be very precise. Because try to make a little scribe, it can get off. Just make sure I got it on the end correctly, and I put it on 20 1/8. Hold it there, make a little dent like that. Now I can take a straight edge and connect the two dots. Okay, I scribed it. Now I'm going to take my straight shears. I want this to look really nice. These are designed to cut straight and very cleanly. So on that little scribe line, I put my straight blade, put it there, and I got that. Now, for my dovetail, I'm going to take up 3/4 of an inch. So I'm going to scribe it at 3/4. So I know where to stop. Try that again. And on the opposite side, I'm going to use this scribe because my crimp takes up most crimps 2 inches. Set this on 2. Tighten it up. It's on the opposite side. Okay. Now, for my flange on one side of it, which is a 1/4 inch, turn it to the back side, mark it 1/4 on my Christmas tree. Opposite side will be my pick spurt. That takes up 1 inch of material. I'm going to scribe that at 1 inch. Now, I can actually cut out my pieces. I'm going to go ahead. I'm going to check that 1 inch again, just to make sure. I'm going to check my 2 inch. Looks like I got a little bit off. Put it there. There you go, that's better. Okay. Now I'm going to notch out my corners. I'm going to leave that together. Now, I'm going to do my dovetail first. I'm going to notch it. And before I bend it and roll it, one of the first things you would do is run it through your pick spurt machine, because it's going to be very difficult to roll it, to put the curve in the middle until the pick spurt is there. The pick spurt need to be really flat in the equipment. And if it's not flat, it could easily get off and cause problems. Now I'm going to notch out this corner on the 1-inch line. Okay. Now, I could run through the pick spurt, then I could roll it. We're going to walk over to the pick spurt machine and roll it. I'm going to go to an old pick spurt machine. Works extremely well. Don't look that well, but it certainly works. But as we're walking over there, you can see how the pick spurt machine will fold this edge. Before I start it up, here's one thing to keep in mind about pick spurt machines. The inside of the material of the duct is always facing up. When you actually bend the pick spurt, you put it in the machine, the inside facing up. So I'm going to bend it like this, so this is the inside, since it's going to be curved like that, so I make sure this is facing up on the pick spurt. Okay, I was able to bend it, fold it, put a tail piece on it. And now, at this edge is my finished edge where it will stop at, and everything else will be folded over on the pick spurt. So, I'm going to go to a roller now. We're going to walk over to another machine where we have a roller. I'm going to explain this roller first, as we're looking at it. It has two adjustments. And these adjustments here is each end of the wheel. This wheel here. This drops down or go up. Put more curve on your metal. And it should be kind of balanced out, which this one here just seems to be closed all the way. Open it up some. This one. Okay. The reason why is that you want it kind of consistent. Then you have rollers on the back side too that will bring this back wheel back at an angle, like this here. It is at an angle. While this one goes, the front goes up and down, this back one goes at an angle. So to start it, usually you need to have some tension off of the back wheel because you don't want to over bend it, because if so, it's going to be really difficult trying to straighten it out. You could always add more tension as you go. So I just kind of adjust it somewhat. I'm going to put it in. Right now there's no tension on it, so I can actually probably put some tension on the metal. Whatever you do on this side, you do the same thing on that side. Try to keep it even looking. The distance between those two wheels is about the same. So now, put the piece in, you can roll it. Now, it's not doing much, which is fine. Just checking it. Now, I can add a little more tension to it. I just did about 3, 4 quarter turns. Now, watch what I'm going to do. As I turn this, I can roll it, put a little more tension on it. I don't take it out all the way. I'm going to adjust this side. Okay, I think I pretty much got it enough that it can, there we go, finish the rest of the way. If anything, I could probably just put a little tension on that. Okay, I think I can fold the rest of the distance. Now we're going to walk over to the crimping machine. This is designed to put a crimp in it. This portion of it is a stop. These will put the crimps in the metal. And this is the adjustment for the amount of the tension. This is the guide to slide in and out, depending how deep you want it. I set it already for 2 inches. So I did describe it at 2 inches. I didn't have to if I knew exactly if this is set at 2 inches. So all I need to do is put it in. Make sure you get the right side going in, and you will adjust this on this a little too tight. Okay, now I'll put a little tension on it. And what I will do, I will make sure I'll keep it straight on that guide. If you notice, it's putting a little stop there. Keep it straight. I put a little more tension on it. And I just take my time. The reason I roll it first is that it's easier to form it. A little more tension on it. There we go. Probably put a little more. Okay, now I could join this together. Now here's the reason why we did a 1/4 inch on this side and did a pick spurt there. Once I join it together and lock it together, that 1/4 inch will slide inside of the pick spurt. Now I have a little tail where I could drill some 1/8 inch holes and use a rivet to actually lock it together. Now again, since it's like a tongue and groove, it's making it easier to protect it from air leaking out of the duct. So all I need to do is join it together, and once I measure it, I can actually have a 6-inch round star collar. So by joining together, we can measure it and have the 6 inch. Now, cool thing about it, you can put it back into the brake, into the roller to finish it off if you need to, but if you did it correctly, it should lock fine.